Welcome to the tutorial for the TR Selection tool. The TR Selection tool is a free configurator from Siemens which can be used to easily compile automation products. The TR Selection tool helps both new and experienced customers to prepare consistent order lists. This makes the planning process significantly shorter, particularly when it comes to concept development and component selection. In the next few minutes you will learn how you can select and configure components for the automation concept. Afterwards you will find out which steps you can take directly from the TR Selection tool for ordering and the electrical design. Let's start by opening the tool. The TR Selection tool is starting. This is the start screen. The navigation bar is on the left. We will select New Device. We are going to start with a new configuration, in our case with an S7. The assistant helps us to select the correct controller. Here we specify that the decentralized peripherals should be connected via Profinet. The memory of our controller should be at least 4.5 MB. That leaves only the S7-1500 and the S7-400 as options. We can now compare the two components and then we choose the S7-1500. In the device overview, we can now see our selected controller. Here we can see a yellow exclamation mark because so far we have specified only the S7-1500 as a device, but we have not yet selected any modules. Using the right-click context menu, select the Properties option. Here we can specify a device name, enter the operator name, and add comments. Then we select the installation location and the temperature range in the operational environment. Now we select Configure Setup Device from the navigation bar and double-click the S7-1516 controller to select it from the catalog. Finally, we add the power supply directly prior to the controller, and in the first slot for signal modules, we will select a 32 digital input module. A selection window appears which allows us to specify whether we would like a front connector or system wiring. We select a simple front connector. We use the same process to select a digital output module. Assume I'm not sure which digital module to choose. Here, for example, there are various 8-channel modules. Via the module comparison, you can select these 3 modules and compare their specifications before making your decision. In our case, we decide on the third of the 8-channel modules. For each of the selected modules, an enlargeable graphic is displayed in the lower area. The links to the right of the graphic point to the specifications in the Service and Support portal. These pages display the specifications, manuals, firmware updates, and other information. Okay, let's go back. In our automation concept, apart from the controller, we also need peripheral devices. To select those devices, we once again click on New Device. We choose the ET200, the family of peripherals from Siemens, and we directly select an ET200SP. Here we go through the same process to set up a new device and use the context menu to specify the property. We can input name, operator and comments, or specifically for the ET200SP, choose accessories such as shield connections, color-coded signs, and reference indicators. Pay attention to the explanations given by the tooltips. Once again, you can specify the installation location and the temperature range here. Now we will configure our ET200SP and select the IM155-6 master module. Here we plug in additional modules. The tool automatically selects them with the base unit. If you decide you prefer smaller base units without the 10 additional terminals, you can do that here at the bottom right. The tool automatically uses the size settings of the base units for the complete load group. You can easily modify the sizes afterwards. To do so, simply click on the module and select the new size. For the moment, we will leave the smaller version and afterwards plug in a relay module. We have made good progress with our automation concept. We now have our controller and peripherals, but we still need an HMI panel. The wizard has to be used to select the HMI devices. We are searching for a device with a screen diagonal of 18.5 inches. A TP1900 comfort panel is suggested, and we confirm that selection. The overview now displays our 3 devices. We notice an information message for the ET200SP. We view the message and go to the configuration. Here we check for any warnings or information that might be present. We find a recommendation to check the sum current. We select the module and click on Properties. But since we don't need this much power in our system, we reduce the value. The configuration is now error-free. Finally, we view our overall configuration in the order list. Here we find an item list, each item with order number and quantity. For the order, you can modify the quantity as you like for each item. The number of configured items always appears in brackets. In front of the brackets, you will see the number of items to be ordered. With the ET200SP, the top rail is only recommended, but it is not selected by default. With the S7-1500, the rail is selected automatically because this rail is specific to the S7-1500 system. You can now add this order list directly to the Industry Mall shopping cart and then continue. You can also save the list as a PDF or CSV if you would like to continue to use it in other procedures. As another option, you can export the list to the CAX Download Manager to obtain data for subsequent electrical design steps. This tool compiles the information available for each order number. From the manual to ePlan macros to the certificates, product photos and specifications, here we receive all the information which we would otherwise have to search out individually. We can download the data as a package. Afterwards, we can still save the configuration in case we want to send it to colleagues or continue to edit at a later point. With the tier selection tool, we have a powerful tool to assist us with our plant layout.